name's Jarrett Leiker, and I'm a personal injury lawyer, here to talk to you today about trip and fall or slip and fall cases. These are often categorized as premises liability cases. So we're gonna go over a lot of the fundamentals so that you understand the basics of what you should do immediately after being involved in a case like this. If you were recently involved in a premises liability case, whether you were in a slip and fall, trip and fall, a snow and ice fall, anything on the property of a business, here's some of the things that you should do immediately to best document your case and to ensure that you get on the road to recovery as quick as possible. The first one is make sure that you get photos of the scene. Now, sometimes your injuries are catastrophic, so you're unable to do that. But if you are able to get photos or videos of the scene, they are extremely valuable in proving the negligence of the premises owner. Is your case over because you didn't get it? I'm not saying it is, but it just helps a lot. Now, fortunately, most businesses have video surveillance. If there is video surveillance of the area that you fell, that's something that we should be able to obtain, and that's why it's important to hire a lawyer right after the accident. A lot of these companies have document retention policies where they will erase their surveillance footage after short amounts of time. If you delay and wait to speak with an attorney that then goes to try to get the footage, it could have already been destroyed. Number two, speak with an attorney as quick as you can. And then number three, which would come usually immediately after the accident, is get into treatment. Especially if your injuries are catastrophic and you get taken by ambulance, of course, that's gonna happen immediately. But what we see a lot of is people will fall and they're like, yeah, you know, I'm okay. They kind of self-treat and take some aspirin or ibuprofen and maybe I'll go to the chiropractor once, or they'll kind of drag it out, and then their injury just continues to hinder them and cause trouble. And then they have this huge gap in care. And insurance companies look at that as a big red flag. Their answer to that is they say, you weren't very hurt. That's the reason why you didn't get into treatment, which we all know isn't the case 99% of the time. It's that, hey, I have kids, I have work, I have a family. I'm just trying to keep my life moving, and I can't stop everything just to go into treatment. But what's important is in these type of cases, big insurance policies that are available because it's a corporate entity. So there's gonna be plenty of coverage to pay for your injuries. They often are the worst about paying. And so they're gonna find every single reason why not to. So to try to avoid that gap in care, get into treatment right away so you can get on the road to recovery and you can set your case up for success. Next, we're gonna talk about the time you have to file a claim in a premises liability case. And so we're gonna talk about two states. First one is Kansas, second one is Missouri. And in Kansas, there's a 2-year statute of limitations. And what that means is from the date of the accident to the date that you file the lawsuit, you have 2 years. In Missouri, it's a little more favorable to the plaintiff in that you have a 5-year statute of limitations. So 5 years from the date of the accident to file a lawsuit. Those timelines are very important. If you go past them, your case could be forever barred from being filed. And so that's why you need to seek the help of an experienced personal injury lawyer, and they can guide you through this process and make sure your case is filed on time. Next, we're going to talk about the type of damages that you can recover in a premises liability case. The first is economic damages. There's a big list. We talk about the past economic damages and future economic damages. So in past, what that means, the word past means from the date that we file the lawsuit or we send the demand, anything from the date of the accident in between that window, that's what we consider past. It could be past lost wages, past medical bills, past mileage, any of those things that you've incurred during that time, those are the things that we think about for past economic losses. Future economic losses, we think about any lost wages, any future medical, for example, if you can't work anymore or if you have to do a bunch of treatment or you need a surgery. So those are the differences in the past and future economic damages. Then we also have non-economic damages. Pain and suffering, And we also think about things like duties under duress, maybe things around your house that you used to be able to do before the accident, pain-free, and now you can't do them at all, or you do them with a significant amount of pain, or you have to hire somebody to help you. Any of those things like that, where duties under duress in your home, those would be things that we would be able to seek recovery for. And then the pain and suffering, that's the toughest one. And that's the one that why you need a really good attorney. They have to be able to craft and explain that in words. We're taking something that is out here and putting it into words and hard numbers to it. That's why someone has to have a lot of experience in order to be able to tell that story. So when we look at the big picture, those are the type of damages that you can recover in a premises liability case.